to China, the amount of insecurity there is far, far greater because of the government and the situation. Freedom is a very limited term in China.
When I used to live in Bogota, where I live, I didn't experience human security because like my neighborhood and my environment was pretty safe.
So I grew up in Haiti, and back in the early 2000s, it was not the safest country at the time. There were periods of where it felt like national security was a big thing, so it was gonna go well, but other times when you would just have cases of kidnapping left and right. And when someone gets kidnapped in Haiti, you're not coming back alive.
Access to any opportunity is not the same. Neither is the ability to have certain rights. Doesn't apply to everyone. Only to have, no one really has all their freedom there in China.
However, I knew that in some parts of the city they were like homelessness, low-income neighborhoods, so I knew that those places probably were dangerous for me, because also you heard in the news that if you go there probably someone's gonna steal you or something like that. So that's like the insecurity that I experienced in my country.
So when I was younger, I remember in the 5th grade, this girl came to school the next day, hysterics, because her brother was just kidnapped the night before. And we all knew what that meant, so it was just a moment of awkwardness. Like, we were all trying to say, oh yeah, we'll find him, but we all knew the odds. So it was very awkward. Even at that young age, we still knew what that meant. And I feel like as a kid, you should not be exposed to that when you're younger, because that just, what's the word? Takes away the definition of being a kid, is to be innocent and to not have these issues. But it did get better for a little bit. Police security was something that they actually cared about, but then it just went bad again because of the problem with poverty. Poverty makes people do crazy things, honestly. And when you have a lot of people who live in slums and they don't have anything better to do with their lives, that's just they resort to crime, and that's when the issue becomes of major insecurity in Haiti.
I think that experience because I think that I can say that I'm afraid of the guns here, because here you are allowed to have guns. In my country you aren't. You cannot have guns. So that idea of guns like afraids me. And it's different because I think that in my country probably it's more like someone's gonna steal you, not kill you. And here I think like the opposite, like someone's gonna kill you.
So the United States is different because there's more monitoring on actual violent crime, but I would feel like, it hasn't happened to me personally, but I feel like the other insecurity I would feel here in the United States would be like racial insecurity, because that has always been an underlying issue in America that no one talks about. But really, in terms of violent crimes, that really hasn't happened to me, and I've never heard of cases of like anyone that I know had been victims of violent crimes.
In China, it's really much more rigid, it's much more confined. If someone wanted to be an artist, that's impossible. If someone wanted to do anything besides engineering and business, that's basically impossible. In terms of getting money or anything, it's much more different. Expressing yourself politically is a whole other story.
I think that they do a good job, because like 20 years ago in my country was very dangerous. You couldn't travel because someone probably would steal you, kidnap you. But right now you can travel all around the country. Also, like all the cities have like over there police are not like as insecure as in the past.
China really doesn't do much. On the outside, China does seem like it does a lot, but China right now is going through what America went through during our Gilded Age. On the outside, it looks amazing. Economics are skyrocketing, but on the inside, the social problems, the actual infrastructure, it's awful, and it's gonna crumble for sure. That's my opinion. It's gonna crumble.
So Haiti has always had the United Nations everywhere. My whole life I've always seen UN trucks everywhere, and that's just normal. But we never really knew what they were doing, which was a question, because why are you here? Like, you've been here the whole time. Sometimes they're here to build roads, but not really. And they are supposed to be there to help the police in case of like a riot or something big happens. They're there to help and provide, but I've never really seen that, because they're there but you don't really see what they're doing. So the idea of the UN still being in Haiti is, a lot of people complain about it actually when I was there. I remember, because they were saying they're not doing anything, they're just wasting our national resources by having them there, because we don't see a difference in our community, we don't see a difference in security. So